So here are two ways, just two, to create some really good, sweet paydays without having to create a whole product and program and course and all that kind of stuff. Now, just a few quick things before I jump into these. Number one, the strategy is simple, but it's not necessarily easy, meaning you still need an audience, you still need a list, you still need people that you're speaking to, right? It's not a question of having a list and just hammering them, because the real key to your success, especially over the course of years, is that it takes time to build trust and relationships. And these two strategies I'm about to share fall apart without that. And unfortunately, a lot of people talk about, oh, here's how to make money online. You press a button, you get a list, and you just hammer them with offers and you make money. That's not reality. I've been doing this since the late 90s. And the businesses that have worked best for me, especially in my health and nutrition companies and for strength coaches and fitness pros, was developing relationships and developing trust so that you can have and set up these paydays. So each of these brought in right around $30,000. So those were pretty good days. Okay, so number one was partnering / affiliate / joint venture. So I had a friend of mine who had a really cool technique about, he was kind of like an arbitrage of traffic strategy. So he would buy traffic and make money on that, but it was really good, and I used it, and it had a window of opportunity, and it worked really well. So I went through the program. He gave me access to it. And again, this is the important thing. You whatever you endorse has to be something you'd actually use. Never, ever, ever promote anything or endorse something just for the money, because that's going to backfire, because this is about trust. So I went through the program, really liked it, and I endorsed it to my audience. He sold the program for $1,000. I received a 50% commission, right? So I received $500 for every sale. Again, I had the trust of my audience. Here's what I did. Here's some proof. I think it's really good. Check it out. He took care of the website, the product delivery, the customer support, all of that stuff. All I did, which in fact was in some ways the harder part, was have the list of an audience of people who were interested in this stuff. I sold around 60-ish units at a $500 commission. That brought in right around $30,000, all profit. Remember, I didn't have any cost of delivery. I didn't have to worry about merchant fees. I didn't have to worry about all of the back end or even creating the product. I had the audience. I said, here you go. Here's a link. Check it out. By the way, I do receive a commission, but it's a really good product. $30,000 without creating the course. So that was number one. Number two is doing what I call and there's a lot of ways to do this in a lot of ways, but I want to share one, which is what I call like a mini mastermind, which is doing a 2 to 3 email pre-launch sequence, getting people kind of excited about this topic, and here's what we're going to talk about, and then rolling out the program. Now, here's why this works. Number one, people associate a mastermind or something else at a much higher price, right? Especially in the marketing world now, masterminds are $15,000, $25,000. I remember when my buddy Joe Polish charged $25,000. Everyone's like, oh my God. One of my clients just went to an event this weekend, and they were pitching $100,000 mastermind. 100 grand for a mastermind. My God, 100 grand. That better include some massages and like daily like 100 grand. That's a significant investment. But the bar has been there, and now people are used to at least seeing those numbers. Whether they're going to pay that much or not is a different story, but they're seeing it. So there's an anchored price. So I've done these mini masterminds, and I'll price them at anywhere from $200 or $300 up to like $500 or even $1,000 for a couple of weeks. And because it's a mastermind, I'll do some training, but it's interactive. It's Q&A. We're diving into a specific topic. It's not like I have to create an entire course ahead of time. And that's the point of these two strategies. You don't have to spend 6 months, 8 months, a year building out a 12-module training program. So I did this $199. Actually, this one, what was the last one? That was $199. The one I did was the $299. $299, but you limit it, because if it is going to be interactive, right, you want to have usually a limit. And because there's a mastermind, there's a start and stop date. So with $300, limit of 100 people, that's $30,000. And if you build it up and you launch it and you keep it open for 24 to 48 hours, you can get a big chunk of that income ahead of time before you even do your first class of a mastermind. And I've done these online masterminds anywhere from 1 week up to 4 weeks, up to 6 weeks. I'm finding right now the sweet spot's right around 2 to 3 weeks and a couple classes a week. Again, $300, 100 people, you cut it off at 100, that's $30,000. Now, I don't teach how to make $1 billion, or how to build $1 billion, but because I've never done that. That's hard work. I have 4 kids. I don't want to work that hard. If you want to work that hard, that's cool. Find someone else. But I like these strategies because if you could do $30,000, and even if that's the only thing you sell in a month, that's a pretty good month. $30,000 times 12 months, $360,000. That's good. That's really good income. So those are 2 ways. Again, the first one is a really strong joint venture with a little bit of a higher ticket product, and you're getting often 50%. The percentages don't matter as much. The conversion in the end, the number you make at the end is what matters more. But those numbers can work really well. And the second is doing like a mini mastermind, kind of getting everyone ready. And these are 2 ways you can do this. Pretty good paydays. These are solid paydays without having to spend months and months creating a course. So hope you found this valuable. Make sure to like, make sure to subscribe. But we're just getting started. We're 40s, 50s, 60s. We're just getting warmed up. Click this and watch this next video and continue on this amazing journey with me.